My name is Joe. 20 years ago, my wife and I moved to Lake County with our 4 young children and settled down. In that time, we've worked, worshiped, played, and raised our family. Today, I've met the people and discovered the businesses and organizations that make up a vibrant, dynamic community. Join us as we share with you what makes South Lake great. I'm Joe, and Joe knows South Lake. Welcome, and happy Wednesday. Oh man, I am so excited to be here today. And I'm not faking it today. It's so good sometimes to get to the middle of the week. And I've got a bunch of stuff going on this week as we get closer to the holidays. A lot of stuff to pieces to tie up and things to get ready for next year. And this is just that week before the short week of Thanksgiving, which seems to wrap up. I can remember when it wasn't like that. How about you, Jay? I mean, it seemed like the hecticness of getting ready for the holidays seems to get further and further back the older you get.
No, it depends. Depends on the year. Some years it's been hectic. Some years it hasn't been. This year is turning out to be pretty busy, so I don't even really notice it. It's next. Did you know Thanksgiving is next week, Joe?
Next week, yes, I know.
Next week, we're going to be eating a bunch of turkey.
That's
and
right.
A week from now, we'll be getting ready. So it doesn't feel like it. Of course, I've recently, the past couple fall, winter seasons, I've been a little bit further north than Florida. So I'm expecting much colder temperatures, and that hasn't hit me yet. Yeah. So I still don't feel like it's winter time or Thanksgiving. So. I don't know. I don't know.
You haven't slipped into the holiday mentality. Yeah, definitely it seems a bit. And the honest truth is, Jay, we're working on building something new, which is taking a lot of extra energy because we're at the very beginning of it. So every minute of every day is taken by little details, which hopefully we will either have other people to take care of next year, or we'll have systems in place which take care of them. Like spelling names properly. I want to say in full disclosure, if you find our guest today is Miss Brandee Thunberg from Brandee Thunberg from Sunshine Transformations.
I'm about to go back and rechange everything now because I thought I had it right, and now Joe's saying
he had it right, and I'm saying in full disclosure, it is completely my fault. I sent Jay the wrong spelling.
So
today, we are going to have Brandee Thunberg from Sunshine Transformations. I'm looking forward to this. She's going to talk to us about maintaining your healthy habits through the holidays, because I'm a throw my hands in the air kind of guy and say, well, I'll get to that in January. Also, we're going to talk about peanut butter fudge today. We're going to talk about cleaning the fridge. We're going to continue our Cup of Joe series on home. Today, we're going to talk about where it is. And when we get back, we're going to hear from our sponsors. When we get back, we're going to get started. Don't go away, because we've got a lot for you today. See you in a minute.
Hi, I'm Stephanie with your CBD store, Claremont. I just wanted to let you know that we're having our grand opening celebration. We're starting on Thursday, November 21st. We're going to go all the way through the weekend. So if you don't have a chance to get here on Thursday, we're going to be available Friday and Saturday. We'll have some giveaways. We have a raffle going on, and we're offering a 20% off your entire purchase. So come out and see us. We've got free samples. We've got a lot going on, so we'd love to see you. Come on in.
Hello, I'm Mary Rhodes with the Mortgage Firm, your local mortgage lender. I've helped thousands of families achieve the dream of homeownership in Lake County, and I would love to help you. Our team has over 30 years of experience helping first-time homebuyers, veterans, move-up buyers, seasoned investors, and more. Please read our reviews and visit us at mortgagefirmpros.com.
Welcome back. Obviously, I'd love to hear from my sponsors. My dear friend Mary Rhodes, goes without saying. We have some new members of the family, Modern Orthodontics. As you saw their ad there, your CBD store is new to us. Burger IM is new to us. We're working on their ad right now, so you'll be seeing that ad soon.
Burgerum.
I'm sorry,
Burger.
Burgerum.
Burgerum.
Not Burger IM. Burgerum.
Like Bookem.
Burgerum.
Yeah, there you go.
In my defense, I've actually been talking to people about them and getting it right until I sit in the chair and we go live. Then I revert. I did want to talk about your CBD store. Claremont is having a grand opening November 21st to the 23rd. The festivities begin at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. I'm assuming that's all 3 days, but they're having real specials. I got to put on my glasses for this. 20% off all of your purchases during that time. They have free samples. You can learn an awful lot about CBD and your health and the products they have. These people were really sweet. I loved having them. We are going to have them back as things move in, but you should plan to get out there. Perfect time to get there this weekend. All right, and who else am I going to mention? Burger IM. You know what? I just love all of our sponsors. Burgerum. Please forgive us. I'll get it right. I love all our sponsors. Again, they hold a special place in my heart that I cannot describe. Okay, let's get started. Peanut butter fudge. It is actually National Peanut Butter Fudge Day. Up north, we usually wait till this time of year to cook it because it's cold and it'll preserve. And so once you cook it, you can leave it out on the counter without any pests giving you a problem. I don't recommend that here in Florida. My wife actually has her grandmother's recipe that I will be posting on our Facebook page as soon as I can pry that recipe out of her hands. Every year she makes a bunch of this. It's a standard for Thanksgiving and Christmas for our kids. It has all sorts of really good. I think she uses in each batch is like a pound of powdered sugar, a pound of butter. She does some other things with it too. I don't know what else she's putting in there, but it's yummy. One of those things that's kind of like candy crack. You take one piece. It's so rich. She cuts in these little tiny squares. Gotta have it. I'm sure you have a peanut butter fudge recipe. So if you have a peanut butter fudge recipe you are willing to share, put that up. Share with everybody. If you have something you want, put it on our Facebook page. Also, along that realm, we just talked about baking. Actually, last Friday was National Clean Out Your Fridge Day. This is we did something special on Friday, so we didn't talk about it then. So I'm going to talk about it today because with Thanksgiving coming up and the holidays, you're going to need room in the fridge, not just for the stuff you prepare, but for all the leftovers. Look, go through the fridge and throw away all those little things you've had left over from the takeout menus, and you really don't need 32 packs of soy sauce or sweet and sour sauce, because they're going to give you another 32 packs the next time you go get Chinese. Cleaning out the fridge is something that's a little different up north and not quite as important, because up north, when it gets to be like this, I grew up in New England, Massachusetts, and New Hampshire, and if you don't have enough room in your freezer, you just stick it on the porch. And it's fine. If you usually have a room in your house, you can shut off the radiator, open a window a little bit, and that acts like a refrigerator. Refrigeration is not a big deal up north. It is down here. So clean out that fridge. And let me tell you, my favorite cleaning solution for almost everything in the house is a couple of drops of Dawn dishwashing liquid and a cap full of bleach in a gallon of water. If you're going to do 2 gallons of water, you should change it. And that will clean out your fridge. Once you clean all the stuff out, I suggest you wipe it down. It's a perfect time of year. Since you're trying to get it empty so you can put other stuff in it, is a perfect time to actually clean it. So If you have any questions about that, I'm sure you don't need any help. I actually have a toothbrush. I get all the little stuff. Yes, I'm a little anal retentive where cleaning my fridge and food prep comes. All right, Cup of Joe. This week we're talking about home, and last week, yesterday we talked about what it means. What creates that feeling of home. And in reality, home can't be home without the people that you love around you, the people that give you that sense of trust and security. And I don't know about you, but I have been in living situations where I didn't trust the people around me, and so it didn't feel like home, even though it was a really nice place. Today we're going to talk about a little bit of the opposite. Today we're going to talk about, where do you find home? I have been in home is not just where you live. One of my favorite movies is Buckaroo Banzai, Across the Eighth Dimension. And I used to joke with my friends about several quotes. And there's a quote from that movie that basically says, home is where you wear your hat. And of course, the phrase is supposed to be where you hang your hat, but I find that true. Home is where I can wear my hat, or whatever else I want to. It should be a space that gives you not just a place to sleep, but a place to live. I've been in places that I lived, but really all I did was sleep and eat there, because it wasn't comforting. It wasn't a place that I could relax. It wasn't a place that I could recharge. I literally just slept there. But I've had places like the back of a van when I tried to move to New York that really was home, because once I got in that van and closed all the doors and got up there on that New Jersey Turnpike rest area, I could just relax. So how do you create that? Where is home for you? Today home is in a place that, how do I put this? My wife and I have a small home now, a small apartment. It's not the building I would like to eventually be in, but because of my wife, it's home. And we've managed to learn at our age how to build that. And we have our books, and we have paintings on the wall, and pictures up, and pictures of the family. We make the space work for us. So for us, that has become home. What things do you have to do to your space to make it home? Is it a big comfy couch? Is it a chair with a table? Is it a bedroom? Is it a bathroom? Don't laugh. A lot of people need a certain size bathroom to really feel at home. I'm not one of them. As long as I can get my business done, take care of my shower and everything, I'm good. So what is it for you? Look, if you're on the socials, you should like and love us. You should like our Facebook page. We are on Facebook at South Lake TV. You should subscribe and follow us on YouTube. And when you do that, you should make comments. And the comment I'm going to ask you to make, leave us your peanut butter fudge recipes and tell us how you make a space into home. And finally, when we get back, we are going to hear from our family of sponsors again. And when we get back, we're going to see if I can say this right. We're going to have Brandee Thunberg with us from Sunshine Transformations. She's going to tell us how to maintain our health goals, or even to start some of them through the holidays. I'll see you in a minute.
Are you tired of having drugs or alcohol ruin your life? Do you need to get off pain pills but still maintain pain relief? My office in Tavares has programs to help you. While not covered by insurance, program fees are affordable. My name is Alan Zupkin. I'm board certified and have helped thousands of patients achieve these goals. Please call me for further information.
The best things in life aren't items we can grab and hold. They are the moments that grab and hold us. Moments that captivate us, inspire us, and enrich us. Moments that bring joy, strength, and peace. At Sing Insurance and Financial Services, we help you to treasure these times by being there when life's most difficult moments arise. Through our services, you will find independence, flexibility, health, and security that will prosper and protect your life. Whether you are driving that new car, buying that new home, opening that new business, or building a new family, we provide you the peace of mind and freedom to enjoy life's best things. Your next moment is waiting. Are you ready?
Welcome to Erica's Tea Room. Located in the heart of downtown Claremont, this specialty tea shop offers a traditional high tea experience that can be enjoyed with family and friends. While here, you can choose from over 100 teas from all over the world, and a multitude of teapots are available for purchase. Join us for lunch or choose from one of our special evening events. Call to make a reservation. Erica's Tea Room, making memories with every cup.
Joe Knows South Lake would like to thank the following sponsors. And welcome back. Once again, always good to hear from our family of sponsors. You know, I was just having a conversation. Welcome, Brandee.
Thank you, Joe.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for coming on.
I'm
Brandee,
excited.
No, I'm excited too. Brandee and I were having a conversation earlier about our friend Karen Trewick, who's a friend of the show. And, you know, there's just, when you hug Karen when she sees you, it's just a special feeling, right? And just knowing that I have my sponsors, I feel that way. So thank you very, very much. All right, let's get started. I have Brandee. Say it for me, please.
Thunberg.
Thunberg. All right.
The H is silent.
Thunberg.
I know it throws everything off, doesn't it?
Thunberg, especially when you're old and your eyes don't work.
Nobody gets it
I
right.
make I make a assumption that I should not make. All right, Brandee is the founder and CEO of Sunshine Transformations. She is a healthy lifestyle specialist, double certified healthy lifestyle specialist. She's an art teacher at Grassy Lake Elementary, where she has been selected as a former teacher of the year. Some bona fides. You have an education, you're a teacher. You know, it seems you teach art.
Yes.
This just seems to be, what's the word? Quite a unique shift for an art teacher. You know, usually art teachers are doing something in that field, or at least related or connected. But you've taken your life and your business in almost another direction. You know, so, and I, in all honesty, I met Brandee because her husband is a teacher of the South Lake? Is it South Lake? Of the South Lake High School culinary program, who catered one of our chamber events. And I asked him for his card, and he gave me hers. He said, she's far more interesting. And called her up, and he was right. You know,
That's why we've been together for
That's
25
right.
years, yeah.
Because he's not dumb. So tell us what Sunshine Transformation is.
Sure. So Sunshine Transformations is holistic health coaching. So I get the opportunity to meet my clients where they're at and get them to where they want to be on their health journey. So it's pretty cool because everyone comes for something different. Everybody's so bio-individual. And we're able to work through what some of their goals are and get those accomplished in, you know, a certain amount of time that they
Okay,
feel
let me slow
comfortable
you
with.
down a minute, because you said a
Absolutely.
couple of words that might be throwing off guys like me, okay?
Gotcha.
Holistic health coaching.
Yes.
How do you define the holistic part?
So it's mind body. It's not just hitting you with maybe nutrition or exercise. It's looking at mindset, self-care, nourishment, and movement. Those are the 4 components of my program. And it's what I feel is important to have a sustainable, healthy lifestyle. Get off the dieting, off the yo-yo, up and down, and create those habits that become as easy as brushing your teeth.
Now, when you say something like holistic, I get the feeling that it is an alternative to medicine. It's maybe not alternative is not the right word. Maybe it's something it's not traditional medicine.
Right. So a lot of people see it as a separation. For me as a health coach, one of the beauties that I get to do is be that person in between you and the doctor.
So the doctor overwhelms you with like all this information, and you leave and you're like, I need to do this and I need to do that. How do I do that? So they tell you what you need to do, but they don't tell you how to get there. Right?
Yeah.
So I get to be that person to help you figure out how to get there. So it's not about discounting the doctor or what they're doing. It's about empowering you to begin to take some ownership of your health so that you can get to where you need to be with the help of what they're telling you. And then with a little coaching, a little guidance, a little accountability, things that people need to really accomplish those goals.
Oh, accountability, that's big.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
You said the word bio-individual.
I did.
And, that's a unique phrase I've not heard.
Okay.
Do you want to break that down for us just a little bit?
I would love to. It means that you're you and I'm me. And that what's going to work for you isn't necessarily going to work for me and vice versa. So with my program, I'm very mindful of the fact that you're you. I'm not going to try to take what works for me and put it on you. We're going to work together to figure out what works for you because you're you.
I'm so glad you said that because I had started struggling with some health issues a few years ago. And when I finally got to the right doctor, the doctor had seen some things that were irregular. And she was an oncologist, very smart, great lady. And she said, well, you need to eat red meat, Joe. Some people, and I had been trying to go to a more plant-based diet. And she's like, well, when was the last time you had a good piece of protein? And I was like, 3-4 weeks. And she said, well, that's great, but you're not losing any weight and your health is suffering. She said some people are genetically not designed to become complete vegans. Mm-hmm. And, it was amazing to me. So when you said that word bio-individual, that does, how do you determine that? Do you have special tests? Do you work with the doctor? Do you work with the blood work? Do you sit down and do an interview?
Well, I'm able to look at some of those things, but a lot of it is going to come from conversation and talking and asking the right questions and then creating awareness. A lot of people don't really think about how they feel. They just go through the motions. You get kind of stuck in the grind and you're just trying to survive every day and you don't listen to what your body's telling you.
So quickly tell us, you told me a little story. Quickly tell us about how you got to this. And I think that's a perfect example of what you're just talking about.
Yeah, because you had brought up, it seems so different from the art that I teach. But I still teach. But how I got there was really interesting. So as I was growing up, I wasn't healthy. I seemed to be sick a lot of tummy issues. By the age of 17, I was, being tested for an ulcer, which I had, and that's not very common for a 17-year-old. And then by 21, I'm getting ready to graduate college. I've got 13 companies looking at me. I'm engaged. I'm on top of the world, but I didn't feel like it. And I had this big cloud, and I thought, gosh, I just feel like I can't get out of this funk. So I got brave because 20 years ago, talking about this was not as open as it is now. So I had to be very brave, and I went to it's different.
Yeah, everybody had a suck it up attitude.
Right. And that's what you were told.
Put on your big girl pants.
Yes, that's what you were, and that's what you were expected to do. So to reach out for help, I had to really dig deep, and I went, and I said, I don't feel right. Something's not okay, and can you help me? And he laughed at me. The doctor laughed at me, and he said, you're fine. You came in here, you said hi to everybody, and you smiled. There's nothing wrong with you. You're okay. And I left knowing that if I was going to get better, I had to be the one to start taking ownership and control, and I had to be my biggest advocate. And that's kind of how I got to where I am, was figuring out, all right, what is the root cause of everything? Let's stop masking things. Why is this happening? Why is that happening? How are they connected?
So you go on this journey, obviously, self-discovery, self-education, have a child that's had some health issues, and it probably solidified some of that.
Absolutely.
So you get to the place where you're certified, and I'm sure you and I had briefly spoken. You said you were starting to help other people, and I'm sure that's where a business idea was born.
Yes.
Tell us, because you're accepted in the community now, and what you do is not that out there. It's not like there are our friend Karen we talked about. I talked to a lot of people that are in the field that you're in, maybe not doing what you're doing, but they're in that some similar related. It's very much on people's minds. You came to talk about healthy habits. How can we, because like I said, Well, Thanksgiving is next week. I'll start that diet like December 28th. And December 28th not only gives me Christmas, but a couple of days of leftovers and candy. And, I'll start that. I'll beat everybody out. I'll start my goals before the first. Right?
Right.
Tell us some things that we can do. Give us some ideas.
So, first of all, it's getting that mindset that the holidays aren't about forgetting everything that you've accomplished and the goals that you've set. And it's not the time to necessarily push goals aside either. It's a good time to really dig in and start setting one or two that you may have. And, it's funny, like, who says the holidays can't be healthy?
Right.
Nobody's ever said it needs to be about this big indulgence. But we get so excited about seeing all this food all in the same place, and the pumpkin lattes and the pumpkin pie and all the peppermint and things that we typically only see during, the holidays. But if you get your mind set to, you know what, I'm going to focus on staying healthy this holiday season and focus on some moderation, then you've already gone into it differently than December 28th. That's my day.
Yeah.
That's my day.
And in the meantime, I put on an additional 10 pounds, right?
Well, because you've given yourself the okay to not have to even think or worry. And you're not going to have that connection with your body. It's going to be like, oh, just take the Tums and move on. We're just going to keep on going. So getting your mindset is the first thing, but then being able to plan ahead. Well,
let me ask mindset, because for a lot of us, that's an issue, because we're going to be dealing with family, and a lot of us, we know that's going to be medicating. I'm going to start with like 3 or 4 cocktails, and then then the food's going to come, and I don't care what Uncle Frank says. I'm just going to keep shoveling it in my face. Can you give us maybe one tip or trick about the mindset to help?
Yeah, so mindset is really interesting for each person, and that seems to be the biggest component of what holds people up from setting their goals. So it's really like establishing your why is huge, and connecting that why to what's going to drive you to meet those goals. So a lot of people, it's their family. Oh, I really want to be at my best for my kids. I want to be able to play more and goof off, or my grandkids. For some people, it's, oh my gosh, I've had this health scare and I really need to figure this out. But you still have that temptation. So it's also having an understanding that nobody has to be perfect.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's giving yourself that okay, but still holding yourself accountable. So finding that balance, right? And understanding that if you fall off the bandwagon, you need to just empower yourself with the tools and techniques to get back on.
So you talked about planning. Is that one of those tools?
So planning, you want to go ahead and look at your schedule ahead of time and see what that looks like. We know that this is a time where we're going to have more calories in, most likely. So add in a little extra movement. You're feeling a little stressed about that get together, either grab someone that you haven't talked with in a while, or someone that you're excited to spend some time with. Go for a walk.
It's so cool that you said that, because my wife and I have, because of my personal issues in my past, I've learned to deal with some of these things, or had to learn to deal with some of them. So my wife and I have a code word that if one of us says it, the other one removes them from the conversation, and they'll be the bad guy. So if I give the code word, my wife will go, honey, I'm not feeling good. Can we go for a walk? I need to get some air, and I do the same thing for her. But, it is a big key. It's something great to be able to get out of the situation. Don't feel bad about that. You don't have to engage with those things that are going to trigger you, right?
Right. And holiday stress, we could have a whole other segment on that for sure.
As a matter of fact, I may bring you back for Christmas.
We could have a whole, because it comes with a lot of, you're out of your routine. Sometimes you're visiting family, you're out of your own space, your own comfort zone.
Your own home and comfort.
Yes, exactly.
Or you brought people into your home and comfort.
Right.
Let me ask you something. I just briefly, because I never have enough time. So one day I'll have an hour-long show and I'll be able to delve into all of these subjects very deeply. But it's not today. So
I know.
You talked about planning, and I know that I encourage people all the time. Is tracking a tool that they can use at the end of the day?
tracking is a very good tool to use. And it really helps you get connected with yourself. So when you start to track, whether it's what you're eating, right? You can track how you feel. And you start to see the connection between what you're putting in your body and the kind of energy it's giving you or taking away from you, and how it's, whether it's lifting you up or bringing you down. And that's the same with like,
I love that because you talked about the why, and so often the key to making a strong why is getting an emotional connection to it. Look, we are running out of time. I have your website up. That is your website, I think.
That is
Walk
my
us
website.
through that. Jay has that up on the TV for us.
Awesome.
What are we
Thanks,
looking
Jay.
at there? What are some of the tools here?
So in there is a good way for you to get an understanding of what health coaching is, because just like you asked, there are some people that are like, wow, okay, exactly what does that mean? So you'll find the information in there for that. You'll find my story. You can learn a little bit more about me. But you're also going to find some of the programs that I do that you can get connected with and see how they work for you. So I do group coaching, one-on-one coaching, lives or virtual. Zoom is an amazing resource for coaching. Yeah, so it gives me clients from all over.
So you can utilize technology. I don't necessarily have to meet with you,
Nope.
an hour every week and leave where I am to drive to where you are.
You could be in your jammies if you want.
Well, that's a subject for a completely other show. I'm pretty sure nobody but Miss Pat wants to see that. So, and some days even she doesn't want to see it. We have your Facebook page up here.
Perfect.
Which I love that. Hello, Sunshine.
Yes. Yes, it just
That's cool.
works.
And I'm sure that's a good way to follow you. And we have something. Is this your
and my
Instagram?
Yes.
So we can follow you on all the socials.
Yeah, you'll have some daily inspiration and tips.
Good deal.
That you'll find on there, and then that's where you'll learn about the different events, different programs.
Now, I know that you brought, you have a gift for everybody.
I have a gift for everyone.
Again, we're running out of time. So this is the audience here. That's your camera. That's where you can tell people how to get in touch with you, where to get the gift. I don't even know if we have a graphic of the gift. I'm not sure that's
I don't
part of
know.
what we have. Go ahead and tell us what's
attach
going
it.
on. How do they get in touch with you if they want to use your service? They have questions. Maybe you just help give them some direction to decide if they need to use your coaching or not.
Absolutely. So you can reach out on the Facebook page at sunshinetransformations.com. All my contact information is there, so you can call me at 352-530-5990, or you can email me through the site, whatever you're comfortable with. And then if you follow the Facebook and the Instagram, you'll be able to get those daily tips and inspiration. But I do also have a free gift I want to share with everybody, and it's 5 steps for healthier eating habits. And in there, it talks about things like removing additives and preservatives and staying hydrated and using healthy substitutes, those types of things, and applicable guides to kind of take you on that journey. So it's not just something you read, but something that you can use to make applicable for your life to begin creating those habits. To get you that sustainable lifestyle. And it's easy. All you have to do is text the word sunshine to 26786, and that guide is free for you because I want you to be able to get your health on.
Brandee, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you. This is
Thank you, Joe.
I know that in my life that the holidays have been where I have fallen down. One of the main places I've fallen down in not just health goals, but a lot of other goals. So I really encourage people this time of year. It's not time to lay back. It's time to press in,
Yeah.
And I encourage people to do this in their business, that if you press in when everybody else is laying back, you hit the ground running come January
Same
1st,
thing.
which
And
is all the goal, right?
Exactly. And it doesn't mean to miss out and not enjoy the holidays. It just means to be mindful about it. Just be very aware. Eat the pie, just not a quarter of it. Right?
Portion control? I didn't hear that. That's
and if you have
that's a dirty word in my house. Portion control.
And if you have the small piece of pie, then savor it. Don't just wolf it down.
I
just
actually
really enjoy
had somebody ask me recently, they said, do you eat a little candy every now and then? And I had to look at them and go, do I look like I eat a little of anything ever? A little candy? No, I swear off sugar, but I'll have thirds on pasta. Don't get me started. Hello. Yeah, I'm getting back to my New England roots here. Brandee and her friend Dawn are completely comfortable with that since they're from Jersey. So.
Yes.
Anyways, Brandee, thank you so much for
you so
joining us.
much.
You've been a great guest. I want to say thank you to Dawn, who is also off the camera. She is taking some pictures for Brandee, so we're having a really good time today. Look, if you know anybody that should be a guest on Joe Knows South Lake, please, please, please reach out to me. Jay has the information up. If you know anybody that would like to become a part of our family of sponsors, it's getting full. This family is growing. You need to be a part of it to get all the benefits of the branding that South Lake TV and Joe Knows South Lake can do for you. Finally, I'd like to remind you that there is greatness inside you. And like Brandee has obviously shown, she's using her greatness to bring out the greatness in others. I dare you to show your greatness and bring out the greatness in others. This has been Joe Carlisle with Joe Knows South Lake. Thank you, Brandee, for coming on. I will see you tomorrow, and I do love you. My name is Joe. 20 years ago, my wife and I moved to Lake County with our 4 young children and settled down. In that time, we've worked, worshiped, played, and raised our family. Today, I've met the people and discovered the businesses and organizations that make up a vibrant, dynamic community. Join us as we share with you what makes South Lake great. I'm Joe, and Joe Knows South Lake. Joe Knows South Lake would like to thank the following sponsors: